Alright guys, what's up? It's your boy Khalif. Today we're gonna be ripping jeans. Alright, come on over. So today we're gonna be ripping my man Andy's jeans.
That's good.
He's got a pair of black skinny jeans that we're gonna show off.
It's S Viking on YouTube.
Play, I can't lose, gotta be successful, I'ma find a way. Yeah. I can't go back now, putting on for my city, I'ma hold that down.
Alright guys, so these are the jeans. So we're gonna put holes right here. I'll show you guys a little bit closer when we get back inside. It's a little bit cold over here in Maryland. Hole here, and then a little hole right here. And then turn on the other side. So we get another hole, like a little slit right here. And then a decent sized hole right here by the knee. So to rip jeans, you'll need a couple items. First, you'll need some cardboard. Second, you'll need some kind of utensil to write on the jeans or tape to mark out where you want the holes. Third, you'll need a seam ripper or some kind of needle to pull out the seams and make those little those holes with the seams or whatever the fuck they're off the lines, the threads. Then you'll need some scissors to help make the holes. And then lastly, you'll need a knife, which you use to make the holes too, but not have them look so fucking artificial. Alright guys. Alright, so right now, I'm drawing the holes. I'm just drawing a couple circles, or a couple rectangles right here. And then there's going to be one slit down here, which is going to be one of the easier parts. And then we got a little hole over here that's going to have strings. For the next leg, we got a little hole over here, and then another slit right here. So, right now, I'm going in with the scissors, cleaning up the slit I just made. And remember guys, don't make the slit too straight, you gotta make it a little bit curved. Now I'm pinching the jeans, so it's easier to make an incision and get a better cut. And remember guys, do not cut toward yourself. I don't know what I was doing in the video. Don't mind it. So, still going through with the incision. Making a very precise cut. You don't want any rough cuts. You want to preserve all the threads that you can. So just make sure you take your time, because this is a very time consuming thing to do. So yes, pinch again, pinch and cut, but not towards yourself. Please don't cut towards yourself. Yep, just making sure that is a nice cut. I'm cleaning it up a little bit. Make sure I have a clean work area. So right here, I'm taking the needle or the seam ripper, and I'm going in. I'm trying to pull out the horizontal lines from the vertical lines. As you can see in a better picture right here. I'll probably have to flip over the jeans, but I'm trying to get as many as I can before I have to flip over the jeans. You see me pulling it away. Just pulling it away, trying to clean it up for when I have to flip the jeans inside out and get on the other side. As you can see, since I sped it up. I'm going through and I'm pulling down the lines, or not the thread, pulling down the thread with the seam ripper. Sorry, my fat fingers are in the way. Might not be able to see a decent amount of it, but you can just listen to what I'm saying and it should be able to walk you through it pretty easily. So I'm just quickly going through, pulling it apart. I have done this a couple times before, so this is quite easier for me. So after you do it a couple times, you get better and better at it with anything that you do, and you'll be able to knock it out like nothing. So yeah, you see I'm going through right here, cleaning it up, pulling threads away, pulling threads down, swapping sides, pulling threads down some more, cutting away threads so you can definitely see where you're going and what else you have to do left. Sorry about this, is a little bit not in the frame. I was moving a decent amount. And guys, don't forget to have the cardboard in the background, in the back of the jeans, so you don't mistakenly cut the other side, because no one wants a hole near their butt cheeks, you know. None of that. Trying to stay warm 2018. So yeah, I'm still going through. I'm just pulling down the threads. I'm almost done, reaching towards the middle, as you can see right there. Just going through, trying to clean it up, pulling it apart with my fingers, pulling the threads, the vertical lines that I've already pulled out. And once I pull out the vertical ones, you'll be able to see more closely the horizontal lines that I've pulled apart from the rest of the jeans. See, there you go. You can see I've made the hole. Let me just put my finger behind it so it's easier for you guys to see. There's the threads, the holes, and I'm just pulling it out, cleaning it up, so it's a lot easier to see. So yeah, we're just gonna take this, do the same thing that we did to that hole and to this hole. And if you watch the first one, you don't need to see this one, so I'll really just be speeding this up. So as you guys can see, I'm repeating the exact same method I used on the other hole. Cutting out little slits, and then you see I'm throwing in the cardboard because you gotta have the cardboard underneath, just so you don't make other holes behind your jeans. Like, I'm stressing that because I actually have a pair of jeans that has another hole in the back that I don't wear because of that. It's a little windy back there, if you know what I'm saying, bruh. It's kind of an L. But, see, I'm doing the same thing, just going through, pulling out the horizontal threads from the vertical threads, so you get that little thread effect that you see on your thighs. Sorry, yet again, I'm a little bit out of frame, but you do move a lot in this situation, so it's a little bit hard to do all in one frame. But you guys saw it in the first one, so it shouldn't matter too much if this one's out of the frame. And you'll see the end product all at the end anyways. So you can see, I put my finger behind it so you guys get a good contrast and you guys can see where the threads are, how far I am into this hole. And I do recommend starting with small holes before you move on to big holes, because big holes are a lot more work. It's just a lot altogether. A lot of cleanup, a lot of fixing, a lot of threads to pull out, way more threads. And then once you're good with the small holes, you'll be set to going with the big holes. You'll know exactly what to do, what you want, everything. Hey, and let me know if you guys want. Next, we're gonna do a little hole right here with a couple threads that go straight over here, right over the thigh, right over the pocket. For that, you're gonna need to pull more of the pocket out. Right now I'm just moving the pocket out of the way so I don't cut the pocket. Alright, pocket out of the way. We're going with our scissors. You can also cut slits right in here near the end and right over here. So you just take the knife and cut through, make more of a natural hole. But for this, I'm just gonna go in with the knife or the scissors. You do lose a couple threads by doing it this way, but I'll get them back when I go ahead and make the line straight across. So as you guys can see, I'm doing the exact same thing that I did with the small holes, but to the bigger hole. So the only difference is it's just a lot wider, and you just have a little bit more threads to pull out. A little bit more vertical threads to pull out instead of the small one. So honestly, besides that, it's basically the same thing. So yeah, just make sure when you're doing stuff this close to the pocket that you don't like tear a hole in the pocket. And when you're doing the bigger holes, you do a little bit of a cleanup, like you just saw me do with the scissors. Come through, snip out some of the loose threads that we don't need anymore. And yeah, just make sure you also have the cardboard down. I can't stress that enough. Like, I don't want y'all jeans to have any holes in the back, you know. Don't want any unsuspecting wind to run up on you and get you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just flipping the jeans over so I can inspect and see how it looks like from the front side. See, there I am checking out the other holes. And checking out this one, fixing it a little bit, pulling a little bit more threads. Just honestly going back and touching up a little bit and seeing what else I need. So, I'm about to start in this next hole. Right here. Last hole. So right here, you can see me making a slit. Well, you can see me about to make the slit where the jeans are for this last hole. So this is probably going to be one of the bigger holes. I'm doing the pinch method, which makes it a lot easier and a lot more precise when you're cutting your holes. Gives you a lot less lost threads instead of when you're just hacking at it with scissors and a knife. So as you can see right here, I flipped the jeans inside out so I can get going on this last piece. Fix it up as fast as I could, because when I was doing this it was kind of late, but don't mind that. You guys should have enough time when you do it. Set aside enough time so you don't mess up your own jeans. You know, you don't want to mess up your own jeans that you wear all the time. You want them to turn out nice. So yes, we're still in this hole. I'm still going pretty good, so I'll just speed this up for you guys so we can get to the finished product since we're almost done. So as you guys can see, I sped it back up, and I'm just going through, finishing up, putting the finishing touches on this last hole, pulling out the the horizontal threads from the vertical threads. So you get that nice thread look. right on the upper thigh. And sorry for my fingers being in the way. I know they are kind of fat. So I'm just going through, pulling the threads apart. Doing the same thing I did in the other holes. Nice repeat. Now, since I've pulled out all the threads, I'm just cleaning it up with my fingers. Because after you pull out all the threads that you need, it's basically very easy to just pull out all the threads because they just fall out. Because they have nothing holding them up in place. No support, no structure. So yeah, just about to show you guys the front, what it looks like from the front. And then we'll get going to the finished product. What it looks like on body. So there you guys go. There's the hole. There's one of the slits I did on one of the legs. Another slit, and then there's the 2 holes on the other leg. And yeah, that is the finished product. I'll see you guys in the edit.
Beach boy in the soul. 1997 to my dying day. I'ma get this money, I'ma ride my way. Bloodtown, beach boy, who you tryna play? I can't lose, gotta be successful, I'ma find a way. I can't go back now, putting on for my city, I'ma hold that down. Yeah, I think they know that sound. It's a 714, I hope they know that now. Told her one day we'll be rich, yeah. Won't never trust no lame, won't trust no bitch, yeah. I just want the money, I don't want the fame. Homies with the shits, no, they don't play no games. 1997 till my dying day. I'ma get this money, I'ma ride my way. Bloodtown, beach boy, who you tryna play? I can't lose, gotta be successful, I'ma find a way. Yeah, I can't go back now, putting on for my city, I'ma hold that down. Yeah, I think they know that sound. It's a 714, I hope they know that now. Head back from the show, felt like